Welcome back, everybody, to episode 9 of our ongoing Terraria series. So last episode, we emptied out the dungeon and started exploring hell. This episode, there will be more hell. We're gonna go empty out everything in hell, so... Well, not empty out everything. Let's see, do I have all my potions? Yep, alright. So the goal here is going to be to get as much lava as we need, or hellstone as we need, for good. We currently have 7 hellstone bars, that's not a lot. So, let's pause everything up. Alright, so I've got 5 obsidian skin potions, enough gills to go with it. So the idea is we go down, just pop the potions, and mine. This way, I'll have enough magma to upgrade a gun, and we'll also start looking at... Hey. Bad. There we go. I think it's a little bit laggier. Anyway. So, the idea is to get all the hellstone we need so that we can upgrade everything and go from there. So, without further ado, before I pop a potion, I want to find at least one promising area. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, in case you guys are wondering. Find somewhere that looks kind of promising, and then I'll go crazy. There's quite a bit down there. Alright, I don't even need to pop a potion yet. So I see there's, and this is something also you can do if you want to, if you don't have potions available, go down near the bottom, be careful not to drop lava on your head, and there's quite a bit of lava stone, or hellstone down here that can be gathered. So unless you want to take fire damage, remember to mine from the bottom first. I won't be able to get everything this method. Oh, maybe I will, actually. No, not quite everything. There we go. Ow. So yeah, lava burns a lot. Oh hey, there's a lot of hellstone up here too. Oh boy. So yeah, you gotta be careful about your hellstone. It'll burn a lot. But this is definitely one way you can get... you can start collecting hellstone, especially if you don't have the potions. I'm just going to mine this little pocket out, and then I'll go just spelunking for the fun of it. Actually, let's do it. Zenith Skin Potion, and Gills Potion. I can go swimming, see? And I just have to keep an eye on those timers in my top left here. Don't like you, Fire Imp. Fortunately, if you just swing your pickaxe, it's generally fast enough that you'll be able to block his fireball. So, ha, take that. You ain't gonna rain on my parade. So, it turns out with the proper preparation, lava is excellent for one's complexion. Yeah, so you can actually see actively here, the water is just immediately evaporating because I'm in hell. So I disturb the flow and poof, the water is all gone. So, be careful bringing your water to hell, it won't survive. Alright, let's gather all the hellstone. I doubt I will need all my obsidian skin potions. I'm getting a fair bit, but we'll see. And it's kind of, I mean, like, realistically, I don't even need the fish, the gills, because it's just like, you know, with water. As long as you stick your head out above it, you're fine. But it's a quality of life thing, I suppose you could say. It just makes life easier. And since I had the, well, since I went through the effort of getting the ingredients to make the potions, might as well use them. Let's see, how much hellstone do I have? 90. So I'm collecting it at a very nice rate. What I might actually do is, once this obsidian skin potion wears out, warp home, and see how much I can make. Because, I mean, I can talk you guys through a little bit of the mining, but let's face it, just me cutting down a bunch of stuff is not the most entertaining thing in the world. Right. But anyway, while I'm mining, I can give you guys some overview. The idea, basically, you're going to mine hellstone to get as powerful as you can for two reasons. A, the Wall of Flesh is a decently strong boss, but more importantly, after you beat the Wall of Flesh, you officially start hard mode, which means significantly harder enemy spawn, and you want to be as strong as you can when you start facing off against those enemies. It's like, nowhere is safe anymore. A lot of increased damage, a lot of increased enemies are all around meaner in hard mode. It's not like a OMG, drastic, I'm gonna die difference, but it's painful. So you want to be as strong as you can going into hard mode, just to make your transition a little less scary. But I think I've got 40 seconds left. Probably after this vein, I'm just going to warp home, because I've been very successful mining hellstone. As you can see, the obsidian skin potion makes life so much easier. Oy. I'm greedy. Let's get a little bit more. Interesting. Looks like fun discovery, ladies and gentlemen. You don't actually need gills. A gill potion in lava, you won't drown. But I am going to warp home. There we go. Because my gill potion ran out a while ago and I was completely under the water. So you don't actually even need gill potions. You won't drown in lava. That's new, so I don't know if that's the way it is for all console users. But let's grab my obsidian. Well, quick stack just to get it all in one place. Grab the hellstone, grab the obsidian, and let's make the bars. Alright, I now have 65 bars. I can make full armors. So I can make a full set of molten armor, 8, 9, 8, and I actually don't know what the set bonus is for molten armor. But that actually would not be a bad idea, considering I'm currently 6, 7, 6. So that's 2, 2, and 2. 6 more defense, that's 3 less damage per shot of everything you're taking. Not a bad idea. I believe molten is increased melee damage. If you have nightmare armor, I would recommend getting molten armor. If you're in a crimson world, it's a little less, because the life regen is so useful and powerful, it's enough of an arguing point for, maybe you don't really need it. Molten pickaxe, you might need to make one of these to start mining the first hard mode ore. I'm not sure on that, so I'm gonna hold off. Fiery greatsword, 37 damage. It's a powerful sword, very slow, but a lot of damage. If you like it, use it. I'm not the biggest fan. Molten Fury, it's actually not a bad bow. Any bow, so nice thing about Molten Fury, you can use standard wooden arrows and it automatically lights them on fire. So you don't have to make fire arrows. It is actually a fairly nice bow, and I believe console users can upgrade it to like a Sharinga or something, which is a ridiculously good bow. So, to each their own. But what I'm looking for is the handgun I got. There we go. So the handgun can be upgraded into a Phoenix Blaster. 23 damage, so I'm going from 15 to 23. Very fast speed. It's not significantly better than this, so grab one of these. Hasty, so plus 9% speed, 15% velocity. Very nice. Let's fire around. So, bullets travel pretty fast, do respectable damage. I now have plenty of bullets. If you really need the added edge, you can wait for a blood moon and talk to your arms dealer. He will sell you... let's see what he's selling right now. So currently he just sells musket balls. You can wait till a blood moon and buy silver bullets. They do 9 damage per shot. So that's a little bit of extra damage you're dealing. It can make the difference. I think I'll be okay without, but it is something you guys can think of if you're having a lot of trouble. The molten ham axe I'm actually really tempted to make. So a ham axe is exactly that. It's a hammer and an axe all rolled into one convenient item slot. Generally from molten on up through the rest of the ores, you can always make some sort of combo. It's quite useful. So it's up to you. I might make one later. I'm actually going to sit on my hellstone for now, simply because I don't know exactly what I want it, and I don't want to waste it. But you guys can go wild, have fun, be like, you know, I want to explore. Additionally, if you have enough gems and enough meteorite, you can make meteorite gear, which is a little less than your crimson, but you can get it before you have to fight your... You can get meteorite before you have to fight the Destroyer of Worlds or Cthulhu. So if you need the added edge, go mine the meteorite that comes after smashing orbs. It is useful. That being said, additionally, you can make phase blades, also known as lightsabers. 21 damage, so it's about on par with Muramasa. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'll actually make one to show you guys. Ooh, godly. Even has the living meow. So, until you have Muramasa, or some other, it's a pretty useful weapon, and it glows. So it's kind of useful in that case. Later in hard mode, you can upgrade that into a lightsaber or something. So, just another fun thing for you guys. And useful if you're having a hard time. Meteorite is a very nice transition point. Also, I believe meteorite armor buffs your magic damage if you want to be sort of a mage. All these wonderful things to think about, isn't it? Okay. The Undertaker. I don't know if the Undertaker can be upgraded into anything. I'm gonna check. I don't think you can. Nope. So the Undertaker served its purpose, was useful against Cthulhu, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to retire him. Stack that away. Put on the obsidian skin potion. So our next focus is going to be on getting ready for the Wall of Flesh. I've got my gun. I need to build my arena, make sure I've got healing potions, which I do, and just get set up. So that's the next direction we're going to go. With this in mind, I need a lot of building materials. Stone blocks work, pumpkin works. I can use mud, but I'd like to keep my mud for other purposes. Dirt, perfect. I have a ton of dirt. Basically, I need to build a long platform. If you wanted to be fancy, you could do it out of wooden platform, pumpkin platform, glass platform, etc. But I don't think that's really necessary. So, yeah. Alright, let's put this here. I'm gonna drop a demon torch here just because. Too lazy to put it somewhere else. Alrighty, here we go. Additionally, something... well, I can walk you through that as we go, but... alright, that should be good enough to fight... well, if I have an iron skin potion, I do, I'll just keep it with me. Anything else? Archer potion. Magic power potion, if you plan on doing magic damage, would be useful to keep along. Archery potion. If you're fighting with bow and arrow, that 20% increased arrow speed and damage would be very useful. Actually, that would be a good point if you want to make Molten Fury, which does 30 damage per arrow instead of the hasty Phoenix Blaster. I like Blaster because the bullets travel faster, I don't have to aim as hard. But 20% damage increase is... It would be worth considering going the other route. Just something else for you guys to think about. But yeah, for now, swiftness, it's nice. I don't really need it for this boss fight. I'll sit on it. Okay, so, to hell we go. At least I'm not in a handbasket. Hee hee hee. You know, I don't even know where that quote's from. Hell in a handbasket. It's common. I mean, I've heard it before, but I honestly don't know where it originated. Gonna have to look into that one for you guys, if you guys, you know, are interested. Maybe you're all like, yeah, come on, Garrett, stop rambling. And you know, that's respectable. I can, yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyway, I'm just trying to make life a little easier for myself later. So I don't you don't really have to spend too much time terraforming. Actually, I'm not going to. Rather than having to cut your way through all these buildings, what might be more useful, up to you guys entirely, but go a little bit out to where the buildings start getting at least a little bit more scarce. Careful not to fall in the lava here. Actually, that was a bad place. Anyway, go a little further out to where the buildings start to get a little more scarce, and that way you don't have to cut through as many obstacles. But I'm just gonna... Actually, I'm going to quickly move this there. So now I can easily, with my mouse, just roll between the two. It's useful for when you want to place a platform and you're constantly getting assaulted by enemies. Roaming lava is always fun. Hey, another goodie bag. I should have a goodie bag opening session. I'll show you guys all of the different outfits. That might be fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab a voodoo doll, so I'll definitely have to go back at least once anyways. I already have partial platform here. You don't need to have it all one level. It's convenient, but it's not necessary. And because I am lazy, I'm not going to. Basically, as long as you can easily jump and keep moving, that's enough. You just want to make sure you have freedom of motion and you're not going to fall into any lava. If you can do those two things, you're pretty good. Let's get some light here, though. Always good to see what we're doing. Alright. I'm just gonna cut myself a little cave here. Oh hey, I'm getting attacked by a goblin army. I don't care. Again, killing the goblin army, if you're prepared for it, a lot of coins if you need to buy stuff, more spiky balls, a chance for harpoon. But at this point, I'm fairly ambivalent towards it, and I'd rather get set up for hard mode, so we're just going to... I think as long as I stay away from home base, the goblin army doesn't bother me. I could be very wrong about that, so we'll see. We might get an impromptu goblin... Oh! So the goblin army arrived. I honestly don't know if it'll stay or what. It'll probably be there waiting for me. They'll be like, hey! We threw a party. We're wondering when you would show up. Die. Because, you know, they're goblins and they're mean and rude like that. But we'll see. In the meantime, I'm just gonna hang out in hell because it's such a warm and comforting place. Well, warm at any rate. I don't know if flaming bats fall into the category of comforting. But oh well. So I mean, and if you have some really good mobility, and you feel like Spider-Man, or if you have a couple of gravitation potions and you're good with those, now that the whole screen flips, I don't know if I could do it, but you could use those instead of building a platform. This is just, it's a method that I like, it works for me, so that's, you know, If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But by all means, counter to that point if it ain't broke. If you have a good idea and you want to try it, do it. Worst that happens is you die. As long as you're not playing hard mode, that's not a horrible thing. Hey, go away. I just decided I'm going to get rid of this little lava fall, that's all. So, anytime you have... There we go. Anytime you have a half brick, which can be made using your hammer, any liquid, be that honey, which I haven't discussed yet. I think the honey's in easy mode, actually. Oh yeah, I never did go find the beehive. We'll have to do that before we go into hard mode, definitely. Ooh, topaz. Anyway, what I was saying, any liquid, when it comes to a half block, it will flow over it and create a waterfall, which is purely cosmetic. So, or like that long-lasting waterfall, it's purely cosmetic. It doesn't actually flow. But it is kind of cool if you want to have like a castle with a waterfall and everything. It was a nice feature that was added to the game. Alright. Anyway. And now, back to our scheduled programming. How to lay a dirt bridge. The bridge over lava waters. Troubled waters? The bridge over flaming waters. They're not waters, but you get the idea. Ah! Die! There we go. I'm sorry for the darkness. It should... There we go. So those sickles, those demons cast, they put a darkness debuff on you. It's really kind of annoying. Oh boy. Ah, that could have been bad. That slime is like, hey! I'm your friend. Hello. Way too happy. Hey. Bad slime. Hey! Listen! That slime's reminding me of Navi. There we go. And also, length, there's no hard set length you have to have for this bridge. Your first time killing the wall of flesh is going to be the hardest time. Anytime after that, presumably, you'll be better equipped. So, it's kind of what it's like. You get to a point where like, oh wow, that was easy. But the first time it never is. So, generally I find, like... Ow. I had almost 1,000 units of dirt. I don't know if I'm going to build the full 1,000 units out. Maybe I will. I don't know. 1,000 units would definitely be enough. Like, I really don't think you need more than that. But again, if you're not as comfortable with your abilities to run around, shooting, moving, etc., it doesn't hurt to prepare a little bit more. Make the boss fight go a lot easier on yourself. So it's up to you. Die. And torch. Okay. So this is a really nice thing about my, the armor. You can see my health is just flying up. So that's why, like, yeah, the molten armor might be better in a boss fight, depending on how much regeneration you get. But for just moving around, the fact that I heal up naturally without having to worry about it might not be the strongest, but it's such a quality of life thing for this game that it's worth it. There we go. Incidentally, the demons drop a magic item that lets you cast those orbs. They're kind of tricky to aim because they basically sit there slow and then speed up. No, 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 no. Oh, frick. Die! But anyway, yeah, you can cast those things too if you really feel like it. I think there are some better magical items, but that's the beauty of this game. To each their own, and everyone can experiment and have fun. Ah, hey, look. Be careful when you're killing demons carrying a voodoo doll. If I had killed the demon when I was over this lava and didn't catch the voodoo doll, it would have fallen, and I would have had a boss fight on my hands. And I am definitely not ready for that boss fight right yet. My health is rather low. Jeez, that's a lot of demons. Well, that was close. I'm gonna pop a health potion. Pretty useful. Sorry for the darkness here, folks. That should get a little bit better for you. I hear another demon. Wow, my aim's horrible when I'm aiming at a predictable slime. So that's why I don't use bow and arrow in this game. They travel slower and they have an arc to them. And, yeah. I mean, the wall flesh, it's really almost impossible to miss, but still. I can miss. I'm that good at this game. Run away! Quick. Build faster! The slimes are gaining on us! And this can be a very frustrating part. If you're on a server with a friend, that helps it. Basically, you have one person building the wall and one person fighting off enemies. By yourself, it can be a little slow going. Slow and easy. Be careful, be safe. Keep in mind, down here in hell, you don't have the best armor. I mean, I'm at half health, and I have regeneration armor. You can die very quickly. You just gotta keep an eye on that, because it'll catch you off guard. Oop. No. So just something else to keep in mind at all times. I wonder what happens if I merge the lava. That's cool. I merge the waterfalls. Hey! I see a shadow chest. That's handy. I'm just sort of sorry for the dead space there, ladies and gentlemen. I was distracted. Oh, not again. Well, looks like that black slime, that dungeon slime, I think it is, or mother slime, discovered it doesn't like lava very much. Splat. Alright. Anyway, though, I think I'm getting close to finishing this wall, so we might actually get a nice boss battle to round out this episode. How great would that be? Alright, let's see. Yeah, probably I can do that. Yeah, that'll be nice. Anyway, I will go get that chest. Don't worry. I see it. I'm aware of it. I know opening chests are fun. It's kind of like Christmas. So you're like, ooh, stuff. I like stuff. What we got here? It's something at least. I was hoping for some other stuff, but I'll take it. Sun Fury is it's another maze type weapon. It glows, it's flaming, platinum bars. Oh no. Not bad. Nothing to write home about, but I'll take it. And try not to get murdered. Because apparently the monster decided party at my place and didn't tell me. That's just rude. If you guys are going to be a house guest at someone's house, let them know first. Just, just saying. A little, hey, I'm in the neighborhood and I'm randomly stopping at your house. Don't just crash the party. That's rude. Don't be rude, monsters. There we go. Oh, die, demon. Hey, I have a bookcase. I don't think the bookcase serves any real purpose, but you can make a really spiffy library. So, each their own again, Run. Don't knock me off. That's rude. So you can see that star falling does a lot of damage. It's slow. I mean, the number of stars you can do per attack, or per second. But it does get the job done. Put torch down. Yeah, I think I'm going to clear out this path here. Naturally, I got hit by a slime and I can't see anything. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Vision will be restored shortly. There we go. So I'm going to just build enough dirt out so I'm a magma stone. What does that do? Magma stone. Inflicts fire damage on attack. Well, that's cool. It's another accessory I could, that actually might be pretty useful. Yeah, that would be. Probably for the boss fight. Climbing gear is useful, but yeah. Now I have a fire particle effect. So this means any enemy I set, if it's not immune to fire, will take additional damage. That's pretty nice, actually. I think it was a magma bat that dropped it. Pretty nice. Alright. Okay. So, drop a few torches. Get my battle plan ready. Right. So, the way this works is you drop a voodoo doll into the lava. The guide, the actual dude, dies. That's why if you look at it, you are a terrible person. Yeah, I'm essentially throwing the guide in lava. It's my revenge for him opening the dang door and letting the zombies in. See, told you I remember grudges like that. Hey, and a bloody machete. Machete? Where's my machete? Oh, there it is. Yeah. And now it glows because I have a fire effect. Pretty cool. Any rate, so, and you throw the thing, you throw the voodoo doll in the lava, and a giant wall will spawn over here on the far left and come at you. It's got a bunch of little, like, tentacle thingies. You kill those, you kill it, and everyone's happy. So, without further ado, pop one of these, and get the party started. So yeah, Trent, the guide, was slain, and that's the wall of flesh. Ideally, at this point, you want to pull out. You can do these things the hungry. Sometimes you might want to kill them with a good melee weapon because you can kill them all at once. Otherwise, you just shoot. If you can hit the mouth, if you can't hit the eyes take more damage than the mouth. The mouth is obviously the easier target. So, yeah, you just keep shooting, keep running. laser beams. This is all sorts of challenge. It also starts spitting out leeches, which actually are pretty nice. They don't have a lot of health, and they drop health. So, not a bad thing. Alright, the hunger is more or less gone. Now I can just focus on killing it. As its health gets lower, it starts doing meaner and meaner things. But yeah, this is why you want a nice long walkway. If you need health, kill the leeches. So I'm about half health. You're not allowed to get behind it. If you do, a giant tongue will grab you and put you forward and do a lot of damage. So that's why you also need to kill it before you get to the end of the level or you will die. You cannot warp home. You will automatically die. I'm gonna grab up. Oh yeah, so now it's angry. Basically, it's at a low... Once its health gets to, I think, half, it starts shooting more lasers at you and just being an all-around nuisance, as you can tell. But, it's at a... Okay, we almost got this. Oh boy. Run away! Grab that health real quick. Oh, this is going to be one of my closer battles. So see, this is why... Oh boy, I'm almost out of map. Run! Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 600 health, and I died. I don't think... Maybe I can get back down, but I think it's a lost cause for me. Dang it. I'm getting a goblin invasion here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get back. I think the wall flush is gone. The goblin invasion kept on coming. So I guess, actually, I should have made my wall a little bit longer. So that's the wall of flesh. Yeah. Pretty intense boss. Yeah, he's gone. So, there you have it. That's the wall of flesh. We're gonna actually just give it another shot. This time, actually, if I'm careful, it should be easier. I'm gonna build with ash, and the reason I say it should be a little easier now, a lot of those things I killed dropped health, which will stay on the... will stay. And actually, if I was a little bit better. See, in this case, the silver bullets, if I had invested, probably would have been just fine. So, yeah, these are... So yeah, there's a lot of health, these candy apples, which would help a lot. How much do I have? I've got 85 ash block. I can extend it by 20. I'll extend it by a couple hundred. It's not a lot, but it might be all I really need. So again, this is why preparation is key. I'm trying to intentionally leave those candy apples there, so as I'm running back from fighting the boss later, I can heal. But yeah. So that is the wall of flesh. As you can see, it's a beast of a boss. But doable. I mean, we were... Sad thing, I was so close to killing it. Like, I think it was at 500 health. Oh well. Okay. So, if at first you don't succeed, build a longer platform. Running... Oh boy. But yeah, so so I'll explain a bit more now that you've seen him. You can't fall behind him, or a giant tongue grabs you and brings you back, and does a lot of damage along the way. You cannot warp home, because you instantly die. Oh boy, speaking of instantly dying here. Okay. You can't warp home, or you'll instantly die. Yeah, he's just all sorts of troublesome. Oh, got another voodoo doll. So if a new... Additionally, I couldn't summon the wall of flesh right now, even if I wanted to. The reason being, I killed the guide. A new guide has to spawn first. Which will happen next day-night cycle. Next morning, hopefully. If all goes well. In the meantime, I will just keep on keeping on. I think I need those. There we go. There we go. Inventory management, it's important. And, you know, keep calm and carry on, don't panic. Oh! Hey. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Alright, let's keep building. I'm just gonna build over the lava here. Oh, that was fun. Hello, I'm a fire imp. Okay. And what else do I have? Ash block, of course. I think this should be enough of an extension. I might spring? I don't know. Alternatively, you also... Oh, wait. No. There we go. Get my hand. Another option, if you don't want to wait for a blood moon to buy silver bullets, you can make a meteorite shot, which does the same damage out of meteorite. If you have a lot of meteorite and no good use for it, you just found a good use for it. But I like to keep my meteorite for lightsabers and things. And I'm a pack rat, so I like to keep it for that purpose. There we go. Sorry about the darkness there, folks. There we go. This should get, so this is a nice extended ramp. Should help nicely. I do want it to end over a lake of fire, just for the ease of, you know, cast it into the fire. But jeez, I forgot that line. All right, we're gonna have more fun with this next one. Hey, look, zombies don't like fire. Who'd have thunk? Okay, let's extend this a wee bit more. Might as well. That was productive. There we go. Okie dokie. So now I have a lovely cliff over a lake of fire. Tolkien would be proud of me. So, I honestly don't know if a new guide will spawn during a goblin invasion. So we might have to just go and knock some sense into some goblins. So I think that's what we're gonna go do. Kill me some goblins. So the flame attack is kind of nice for killing these guys. As you can see, it's going a lot easier than last time. I have better armor, better weapons, and the goblins just kind of fall to pieces. So, yeah, I'll attack once. There you go. You notice he's taking 1 damage per second. That's the fires. That's the fire attack from my magma stone. I think it can be combined with something, although not until hard mode. Not sure on that. I would ask the guide, but I caused him to spontaneously combust, because I'm a horrible person. Yeah, I think the guide won't spawn until these goblins are dealt with, so let's make some mincemeat out of goblins, eh? Muramasa makes very short work of them. Alright. Kill the archers, because they're annoying. So yeah, this is another goblin invasion. By the time we're done, I'll have a ton of spike balls again. So I could actually go and fight Skeletron again if I really wanted to. That actually isn't a bad idea, because of an item Skeletron drops, which helps you fight off the wall of flesh. Remember those flaming skulls I'd mentioned before? They pierce, so they're very good at clearing out the hungry, are those little eyeball things, or mouths, I guess, that were kind of floating from the wall of flesh. So that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. So if you're having trouble, farm Skeletron, get that magic item, get your mana up. All of these things are good things. That's a lot of archers there. There we go. Hey, get out of my museum. You did not pay admission. There is an admission. This is not a free museum. Get out. You gotta support the arts with money. Or pay with your lives. No admittance. That's right, I said no admittance. Gate crashers. See? These goblins, they've got no class. No civility. Hey, get out of the museum. You don't belong here. These fine work of art cost money. And I'd be a horrible museum curator. Yeah, I would be. Alrighty, so the goblin army, it's mapped. You have to kill X many goblins, and then the army's been vanquished. The number of goblins is based off map size. Fortunately, I have a medium map as opposed to a large map, or else I think it's like an extra 100 or so. So the trick is just murder them as fast as you can, and wait for it all to blow over. I don't know. Saving and quitting might quit the event, so that might be a better way to do it as well. Just save and quit. But I figure this way I can get a lot of gold coins from just murdering these guys. See, I'm already, 5 gold coins. Not bad. Alright. Alright. Ay, ay, ay. So many goblins, so little time. There. The goblin army's been defeated, they'll stop spawning, and now I can finish off the existing ones. So, yeah. There. The goblin menace has been put down. So with that in mind, I'm going to go home and rethink my life. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get prepped up for round 2 against the wall of flesh. Yeah, I mean, I could give it a shot, but I have to make a bunch of bow and arrow. I'm gonna stock up on some ammo before I... So I'm actually gonna spend 2 gold coins worth on ammunition. Because, yeah, why not? Deposit some spare chests. And actually, I want to look through a few of the different items I have. Make sure I've got the best. Jumping, I need my mobility. The magma stone may or may not be the best bet. And the fleeting aglet. for this boss fight, the aglet may or may not be the best current option. A cobalt shield, so you don't take knockback. So when something hurts you, normally you kind of bounce back. With the cobalt shield, that doesn't happen. It can be quite useful. But, yeah. No, the Faith Blade, I don't know. A lot of options here. Feral Claws can be combined with items later that I don't have. I wonder about the Bloom. I could try a Sun Fury against the boss. Be an interesting idea. Any rate, for now I think I'm pretty happy with my current set of accessories, so I'll leave those as is. I don't need another hatchet. I'm gonna keep my claws with me though, because I will switch back to them. They are useful for overall moving. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't need them if I have a grappling hook. I'm just doing a little bit of inventory management here, folks. Sorry for the downtime, but as I said, it's important. You gotta keep on top of things. You do. Alright, so let's see. I'll need him. And for a little bit of fun here, let's put a bookcase in a treasure chest. Banners. I don't really have much need of those, but we'll go with it. I'm gonna sell these things off. I'm gonna keep these in a different chest. This is kind of my catch-all chest, I do believe. Oh yeah, the Band of Regeneration actually wouldn't be a bad one. It just gives you passive health regen. It is kind of useful, but I could swap it out for my aglet. I don't need to move super fast, but I like to move super fast, so I'm not going to. Sell these guys off. And wait for my... that's the merchant. Wait for the guide to respawn. Harpoon sell for a decent little bit, and the bloody machete. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. What does he sell anyways? Everything I need. Okay. Also, if you don't have a grappling hook by the time you find the goblin, he sells you one, so that's always nice to know. Shop. The mini shark is another interesting idea. I believe you can upgrade it. In its basic form, it's pretty weak, but you can upgrade it to something that does a fair bit more damage, and it fires ridiculously fast. So it's an interesting gun, to say the least. So I'm just gonna top up on muskets here, or musket balls. I think... Oh, okay. So I actually did... So I have a few silver bullets from before. I will use those first against Cthulhu, because they currently 9 damage or 7. It's an extra 2 damage a shot, at least until I use those up. They're very useful to have. I really just need a guide to show up again. Once the guide shows up, we can party. But I think this is a... Well, yeah, this is probably a pretty good stopping point for this episode. You got to see the wall flesh. Next episode, we're going to go back down to hell and show the wall flesh a thing or two. And by that, I mean hopefully murder it. So, that said... Oh, hey! The guide arrived. Yep. I think we're going to stop here for now. Tune in for the next episode for the hopefully victorious battle. That being said, have a good one, guys, and take care.